Sorry.
It's a classic.
Do it.
Just before we...
Yeah, why not? It's our team. Spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah, because that is a noise of the early records, isn't it?
It isn't a noise of the early records. But it's one of them. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here, Danger Links. It is Danger Recall. Yes, I'm going to be your host. My name is Colin Hubbard, and with me I've got some guests. 2 voices have already appeared. So let's introduce you first. I've got Drumble Baggins. How you doing?
Word up.
Drumble, right. You haven't been on Danger Recall for a long time.
No, I haven't. No, I've been staying away.
It's good to have you here, mate. Thanks. It's good to have you here.
It's good to be here, and I really enjoyed listening to the episode. So
that's good to know.
Looking forward to chatting about it.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear your thoughts, babe. And we also have James Lockhart.
Hello.
Oh, hello, James.
I've not been enjoying the episodes at all.
No?
No. And I don't like TikTok.
With me as well, I have Scott Wilson Besgrove.
Hi. Drum, the last time you were on Danger Recalls when we called you up.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I made a guest appearance.
Yeah.
Guest appearance on a call. That was pretty decent, wasn't it?
That was cool. I haven't heard it. Oh, sorry, God. But it was really fun. It was really fun that happened. Super enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, I'm glad. And also we have Dan Thompson.
Hello, everyone. I've listened to the episodes. I've spoken them on TikTok. Drum, I gave you that T-shirt not 2 minutes ago, and it's already covered in talc.
Well, that's how I like my T-shirts, Dan.
Talc and beer. If there's not talc on beer on a T-shirt, it's not a T-shirt, is it?
Not a drum T-shirt, that's for sure.
I haven't put mine on yet, have I? I've got a nice Loon Danger Club T-shirt team.
Yeah, you've got a bit crazy, haven't you, Cole? There's something different about yours.
There is something different about mine, yeah. I've gone for a white tee.
Damn.
Babes. Yeah, I'm all about the white tees, me.
Are you?
Yeah, I like
white tees.
Yeah. Although the band that play white tees, I'm not so fond of.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Is it because you feel less washed out?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just quite like them.
Okay.
Yeah,
right, fair enough.
Yeah, but
I think
white
black's
tees
not my colour. Like the black T-shirts are not really my colour. So.
Aren't white tees quite a classic symptom of the hip hop?
A symptom of the hip hop.
Symptom of the hip hop.
It is. I'm not sure it's a
symptom of the hip hop.
When I was diagnosing some hip hop last year, I noticed that but it's quite classic, isn't it? Big white tees and stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I think we're generalising quite a bit there.
Eh?
Definitely big T's. Like
big T's. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Notorious Big IG.
It was all a dream.
Would he'd wear a big T, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like iced tea is a big T.
But he is.
He is a big T.
Yeah, he's a big T.
He likes tea.
I mean, I've seen a poster with Ice Cube, and he was wearing a black T-shirt. So
yeah, he mostly wore like black T-shirts and like big black boots. There's a big tune of his, like walking in my big black boots.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
You missed. I didn't hit the lynch mob either. Yeah, no one ever knows that song. I like it when drums in the room because we can discuss this hip hop. All right, today we're not discussing that song from The Predator by Ice Cube. Go and listen to that album. It's amazing, by the way, and very actually quite relevant for today, actually, especially the interview that it has with the woman in the middle. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about episode 38, A Rune with a View.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Rachel Henley is still with us. Rachel.
Do you know what?
It was the past.
It's a shame. Like, it would be really good to be able to chat with her about it, wouldn't it? And as we were listening back to it, I hadn't realised it was one of her ones, and like she's so fun on it. But
she's brilliant.
As I think I mentioned in an episode you may have heard of the actual podcast, one of the first things that I noticed was how quick the preamble was. The preamble was like, no, joke, thing, and we're into the adventure. Like, it was like so snappy. I mean, I prefer doing a long preamble personally, but how do people feel about that? Like, as I listened back to it, I was like, I was disappointed listening back to it about the preamble.
Were you?
Yeah.
I think possibly it might have been because we had Rachel in the room and we want to get in the adventure, because the preambles are kind of us indulging ourselves. You know, I don't know. Actually, I can't remember now. But
They were especially short on those ones because we had a really tight schedule with Rachel for recording. We knew we only had her for a few episodes.
Yeah,
It wasn't
sorry.
like later on when we had April on, she was like, "Yeah, I'll come back for other records." So it was just kind of like we just play out this character's story. Like Rachel was like, "You've got me for today, and that's it."
I mean, not to spoil it, but like, you know, for future Danger Recalls, but April was like, if she didn't come back a second time, then we just have to write, you know, her character out of the show, because we said, "Are you going to come back?" She was like, "Yeah," but before then we didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We would
not,
have.
I think, not meaning to skip ahead, but I seem to remember with Rachel as well, it literally got to the thing, it's like, okay, remember? That's almost her last line.
yeah.
She
She
literally had to run out.
literally
Yeah.
running, she had a job and she had to go. It's just like,
We'll get to that episode
Yes.
next, or actually in 2 weeks' time. But yeah, we've got music from
Nice.
Kevin MacLeod, Sword Coast Soundscapes, Chan Walrus, and Ross Bludgeon.
Is there ever not Kevin MacLeod on that list?
No,
There's always,
Yeah, it's always.
because
Because the
on the
intro.
other ones he does that. Kevin MacLeod gives us the lobby music, which we
Yeah.
use on almost every episode, and Ross
Yeah.
Bugden did us our theme, so he's on every episode.
yeah.
Ross who?
Right.
Ross Bugden.
Bludgeon.
I'm not going to misname someone whose permission to use their song is the backbone of our show. Like we have to change
we love you. We
every
love you, Ross.
episode of our show if we make him annoyed.
No, we love you, Ross.
We love you, Ross.
I was more echoing the initial discussion we had about how you pronounce his name.
But discussions about that recently. But that's for another time.
Another time. Rachel Hannay was so much fun to have on the podcast. We know we talked about it last week, but it was great just to have that extra energy in the room. And she's an old friend of ours, and she drums. We've known her for years.
Yes, yeah. Like how long ago was it that we've when at LBE? What year did she come? Dan, you'd know.
It was proper early on.
Same
probably
year as me.
Probably
Same year.
2010, I would say 2010, maybe
It
early.
sounds
2011,
about
something like
right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you she was one of the one of the fastest castings that I ever
Yeah.
did when I was casting people there. Literally, like just when you're playing like opening improv games, when you're just mucking about at the start in the warm up, straight away I was just like, well, she's hilarious. You know, that's such a quick kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great, and she really finds her feet in this one. I think like first one is
Yeah.
like working out what the game is, how to do this episode. I love because she's just savage to all of you in it. Like just puts down everyone.
She lets us have it, man.
There was something she said in it like. Sorry, do you know what the quote is?
No, you go ahead. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to remember it right though. I think she tells someone to shut up, or no, it's like she's like, well, then we should just leave, or like get out of the room or something.
Yeah,
and like, well, let's fuck off then. That's it. Yeah, well, let's fuck off then. And like, honestly, like. I missed a chance there for Shania to fall in love with her, because my instant reaction now, as I sort of play Shania, would be, oh my fucking God, I love this girl, you know, like that kind of. I think what I actually said was, I can't say it, couldn't have said it better myself. Let's fuck the fuck off. But you know, like it was definitely like, because I think I started it as being prickly towards her, didn't I?
Yeah.
As another female in the group, and like I remember
It's a
like
running theme with Shania.
yeah, it is a bit, isn't it?
The same thing with Freya Axborn as well.
Yeah. No, you're right, actually. And like, I don't like. Is that, you know? Does that come from like my perception of women being catty to each other, or is that, I don't know?
Interesting,
like,
this, isn't it? Yeah. Is it your perception of how a woman would
obviously
react?
I'm not. You know what I mean? So am I?
I mean, I would have thought that my limited knowledge of drow society, that you would have witnessed the power brokers being the women, and therefore those who hold the status, and therefore those you have to assert dominance over, and that kind of thing. Maybe it's just a drow thing, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. That makes sense.
I mean, you can skip forward if you like Danger Things to Lockdown Legends. There are some episodes in there where Shania's stepmother is in that, and I can tell you that would make me prickly about other women, because she was rough.
Yeah.
Not a nice person.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
We start this episode in a fight, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
It's like we're proper fighting straight away, because we got the woman with the like predator mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it which? Like, is that a creature inspired by the Stranger Things thing, or comes from the same?
I think it would probably be more Blade 2.
Oh,
Remember
really?
the whole sort of like sort of thing? That's
I don't remember Blade 2 at all.
It's got that kind of mandible. I mean, it's been used in a lot of things.
been
Blade
used in
2,
it,
but
yeah.
it's got that kind of mandible thing where the door opens in 4
Yeah.
parts. It's creepy. Do you want to know about what that monster was?
Please, I was going to.
Yeah.
It's in my notes.
That becomes literally a joke from the whole episode of like you don't know what it was. So this is they are creatures called Sin Spawn. They're made by the Rune Lords. We know that the Rune Lords owned Kaer Marga back when they were ancient wizards, back in the before times, and they created. They created these creatures out of the sins of mortals. They took the souls of sinful mortals, they merged them into a material, and they used them to create creatures of pure sin. And this one that you were fighting was a lust spawn.
Right.
It was the spirit of pure lust that you had to fight. There had been a bunch of them. I think you found some bones in you found the room full of pornography.
So, just quick, was it planning to fuck us to death? Was that the...
Well, there's a couple of bits in. So this was the joke about the fact it never got off its special ability. It has a special ability called Lusty Bite,
Yeah.
which, if it had latched onto somebody, basically fills them with uncontrollable lust for a few rounds. It has a mechanical penalty. It's like staggered or something. But from a roleplay point of view, as soon as I read that, I'm just like, I need to bite Fulton or Shania with this monster. That's all. And then that's the episode taken care of. I need to get it. And you just dropped it before it got any kind of attack on you. There is because it's quite an old adventure, this one, so it has some quite old sensibilities. So it's got under Monster Tactics, it's like if it can get us at a solo adventure on their own, it tries to drag them away to its lair to have its way with them. And I was just, which of course, looking at now, you're immediately like, well, no, that's a consent minefield, so that's not happening.
Yeesh.
That is, thank you, 90s gaming, early 2000s actually, but it's an old one. But yes, that's what it was. It was trying to bite you with its lusty bite. Originally, there were 6 of them in the. That's what all those bones were. It's just over the years, they all turned on each other until there was only one left.
You fucked each other to death.
Their lusty bites.
We were fighting
Which
the one that survived.
definitely
the one that ate all the others with its lusty nibbles.
Yes.
That's the lustiest of all.
Lusty nibbles.
And it went down in one round. It survived 1,000 years of battling with its sisters until only it was left. And it was like, now is my moment. Walked around the door, and in 6 seconds, it's dead.
Was it Fulton? Did Fulton kill it?
I think it was slightly over. Yeah, it was. But it was no, it was not Fulton that killed it.
I can't remember who got the
I
killing
listened
blow.
to it like 3 hours ago.
I know, yeah, it's crazy.
Do you want to know who killed it? Because
It's Caragor.
believe it or not, I got a spreadsheet. It is Caragor.
I remember.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is. Caragor gets the kill on it.
I have been, on the back of my thing, Caragor's been keeping track of all his, big kills that he did himself. And I never tracked that one. I've got on that list, I've got Spears Morgan, Drake,
Yep.
Pit Snake, John Nedswicki, and Fulton in brackets because that's technically a win, and I'm technically taking that. I've also recently put on Black Pudding, but I'm gonna put on that. What was it? Was it Sin Spawn?
Sin Spawn.
Cracking, I'm having that.
I can give you a full run. It is Gilded Thug, Gilded Thug, Gilded Thug, Gilded Thug, River Shark, Zombie, Dark Mantle, Lust Spawn.
Oh, was that Caragor's? Was it?
That's Caragor's run up to now.
I'm gonna cherry pick the ones that sound badass from that list and keep them on.
Yeah, right. And those are the ones I'm going to talk about.
Yeah,
Which means
yeah.
with 9 kills, it moves Caragor officially into 2nd place in the kill track. It moves ahead.
Nice.
So who
Who's
is
first?
The leader is currently Fulton Battlestone.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Although we should say that a lot of Fulton's ones are bollocks.
He kills bollocks?
Fulton's ones include Pegleg Hamilton, who he didn't kill, he just suggested would get executed. Velda's tent. And some guy his cat ate.
What was interesting to return to the episode is that I think Ross mentions his new dice for the first time in this episode. He's just sort of like, oh, and it's
he
that
does,
one
doesn't he? Yeah,
on my
yeah.
new dwarven dice, and I was like, oh,
Here we go.
here we go. What a long
And he's
litany
like
of
still
sad.
rolling the low numbers.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Hope
I
they're
mean,
not
he
cursed.
rolls low numbers on apps. It's just...
Yeah.
It's impossible.
It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, he just can't catch a break.
The thing that saves him
No.
now is his massive modifiers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. He's
yeah.
still rolling those same
He's like a
crap
roller
numbers.
2 and he still gets like 32.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
stupid.
He's 22. It's like, wow,
yeah.
plus 20.
It's a good fight. I love the leap from obviously this. I think this is where Rachel really sort of got into her own. I think it was this moment where she was like, "I want to do that. I want to do the acrobat thing," and us telling her that she's really good, and she's like, "Yes, I want to do this." And then she's all about getting those natural 20s, isn't she? She's like, "I'm playing the game now. This is it."
Get the
And I
credit
think
cards.
even in this episode, at some point, she sort of says, "This is a really good game, isn't it?"
Yes, that's a quote. She's like, "Oh, it's really engaging."
Yeah. That's such a Rachel thing to say, isn't it?
And we're all like there after like years and years of playing it, like shadows up all the self. Like, yes, getting too engaged. Too engaged.
we have a little break at one point, and I'm like, if you haven't yet, go and tweet us or leave us an Insta, or please leave us a review. If you listening to Danger Recall haven't done that yet, what are you doing? Go and give us a review. So so I've put in my notes what was that monster, but we know what it is now, so that's really good. Thank you so
we know
much.
what it is.
Yeah. And
We also find out that we don't have much healing between us.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is before Shania really came into like she had some like I had stacked her as a healer, but
Yeah.
also I wanted her to be a badass as well because she's like
Right.
a fighty drow type person, especially at the beginning because I think she had to do a lot of fending off of people when she came to the surface, like
Yeah.
so there's a lot of like she had to look after herself a bit, and that was it. It's like I go like, oh yeah, I've got 2 healing things, the usual. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she just doesn't really have.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't really the capacity to have much more than that at that point. So,
It's okay, man. You don't have to justify the
No, it's okay.
absence of.
well, no, but hey,
retroactively do that. That's okay.
It did,
man.
and to be fair, mate, it did make me laugh listening back. It's just sort of like, the usual.
Well, I think going back a few episodes, this was what Em was thinking when we were sort of like we agreed like to how much money, and then he said, "Oh, can we get half now, and then we'll get half later?" And then we got led down into the ossuary, and I was like, "No, wait, aren't we going shopping first?" Because I thought to myself, "Let's go and get a bunch of healing potions and stuff like that." And then everyone was like, "No, come on, Colin, we're going in." And I was like, "Oh, all right, well, no, Em, not Colin."
I mean, I
And
would
then-
believe you, but the Velda has a go at everyone because we do go shopping, and you all tell what the stupid stuff you buy.
But
So is
like,
it
when did we go shopping?
Well,
did we
because
do
we
it?
Did go shopping,
You
yes,
did
but
go
we
shopping.
didn't go shopping before we accepted. We didn't like accept the adventure and then think, "Oh, okay, maybe we do actually need some other stuff." We just went, "Oh, fuck it, let's go."
Yeah, because I'm not sure Shania got a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like as I was listening back to it, I felt like, oh god, yeah, I remember going like, oh god, I should have bought stuff.
Shania didn't get anything because you were looking after Ica when everyone went to Dark Michael. So Shania
okay,
didn't get
right.
Fulton's like,
okay.
I bought this thing, and then he's like, yeah, I bought this thing, and it was just like, why didn't you buy potion? Well, buy potion. I felt so much like the dad.
It's what I love about a dungeon crawl is that resource management makes it sound really boring, but it's actually very exciting. The fact that you have limited
Inventory
things and you
management, isn't it?
and you can't go back to get more. I really like every decision matters because it's really
You're
hard
just
to
kind of
heal up.
stuck, aren't you?
I did. Speaking of Rachel as well, getting her own stride, she said one of my favourite things. She said a slurpette
Yes,
from her portmanteau. I was like, what a statement! It's so good. She was absolutely on fire in this episode.
She nailed all of them.
Slurpette.
Like when we did the character for her, I kind of gave her. I was like, here are. Because you always want it when you're doing a character for somebody who's not played it before. You want to have like 3 things you're good at, or like here's your things you should try and do. I was like, try and jump over people because you're really good at jumping over people, and try and attack people from behind or anything like that because you got your sneak attack. They're your big things. And here's some backstory for you. Don't worry if you can't learn all of it. There's just some stuff like that your character would know about these dungeons. And she knew every little bit of it to the point she was correcting Velda on. Like,
history. But she did it slightly too early in the wrong room, didn't she? Was that right?
Well, no, because I said, it's clearly an ancient place because it was ancient. It was like, well, no, just buried my brother here, so it can't be that ancient. So you're clearly wrong. You're clearly wrong. And I was just like,
and
it was so funny because
it got burned, didn't it?
It was, and then it also looks like, no, see, some of it's ancient. Oh, well, that's all right then. Right, come on,
Yeah.
It was great characterization.
It's nice. We find this sloth room as well with this big old zombie just like slurping
That gets
around
trapped in the
and
door.
Gets trapped in the
I
door.
forgot about that. It was
And then we're
ace,
just
and we
stabbing
kept
it.
missing it.
I know, it's literally a sitting target.
Was it? I think Caragor finishes this thing off as well.
I can tell you.
Please
so
do.
you fire a volley of shots into it.
Yep.
And the person who kills the gas burst zombie, after 38 episodes, welcome to the kill board, Shania Rain.
Oh, motherfucker!
That is
That's your
Shania's
first kill.
That's
of
my
the
first-
entire
that's the first
campaign.
kill.
Big fat zombie
Holy
stuck in a
God, like
doorway.
stuck. Just hold him there. Hold him there. Come on, guys. No, look, you're not holding him. Like, how did I don't even remember how it happened.
Basically everyone took a shot. Only you and Fulton hit, and but yes, you rolled. You did the killing.
Did
blow.
I use my crossbow?
Use your crossbow. Probably the only time you've ever used it. But yes, on the board after episode 38. Philippe has been on since episode 16. But that's you're a
Well,
pet
'cause
class, so you're meant to use him for
Yeah,
fun,
I mean,
so that's
like
fine.
he was literally my bodyguard. Like, so yeah. The first few episodes, I was just sending him in to get people. For
What was the thing that Shania slew?
It was a gas burst zombie. So it was a zombie that had been bloated with gases after so many years and had just swollen up. So the second it had very low hit points, was quite easy to hit. But if you'd hit it, then it would have done damage. Like it would have released gas. It's that kind of monster that you're like, you've got to be such a dumb player to actually get hit by this thing, because it's like it's in the room, but it's only there to get players who just like you're playing it on a map or something, and the person just moves their figure straight into the room without saying anything, and then it will get a chance to hit you before you get out. But if you're even vaguely cautious, there's no way this monster's gonna hurt
It's
you.
disgusting,
It's
though,
so
isn't it?
gross.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
such a
gross.
gross image.
I forgot actually. Just before that,
It's a great tactical win, actually. We thought a lot about it. It was strategizing. It was strategizing we did.
Yes.
There's nothing like the
talked
joy
about
of like, it's happened before in our social games, isn't it? Where you go like, can we just leave? Can we shoot it through the door? We do that.
yeah.
Great joy in
We
that.
don't need to go in there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine. I forgot actually, really importantly, before we find the slot room, we find 2 potions.
Yes.
Which are one especially is very important for later episodes, and we've already
is.
mentioned April Hughes.
April Hughes.
Yeah,
April Hughes, I got it right.
April
I really doubted myself there. I was like, April Hughes.
There's April Hughes or April O'Neil.
Right, yeah, it's 2 Aprils.
Depending on whether you're in
that's
Ninja
it,
Turtle or not.
yeah.
2 Aprils.
Yeah, we find the Potion of Lust, which I can't remember when or if we ever use.
how crude.
Or if we
Oh.
sell it.
Oh no, we use that.
But
that was crucial.
We use we use the elixir of love. That's what
and
we
there's
use.
and there's like flippant talk about like, well, let's just try it out and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Imagine if we'd really genuinely been that flippant about it. You know, something that we super relied on later on.
Absolutely, yeah. We were going to just pour it down Velda's throat or something.
Come on, let's try
Of course
it
we were,
out.
lads. Of course we were. Yeah.
So Velda gets really bullied up until like I don't know.
Up until
I
episode
know.
147.
I genuinely noticed a lot of the sort of Velda jibing, and I felt like we'd gotten better at it, but we've just had a record. And
No.
Anyway, I won't
we're literally
spoil
doing this
anything.
after a few episodes.
That elixir of love is given an item like that. That is a Chekhov's gun of an item to give to any adventuring party, isn't it? Like that has to go off at some point.
Insanely powerful.
yeah.
Like as an item, it's like stuff
Yeah.
never has stats like that. That is literally the classic cliched
Yeah.
love potion. You know,
It's such a great item. I'm
That's
so
fantastic,
happy to
yeah.
have it in that.
Also, as well, this episode we're still not all wearing headphones.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Because there's a mention of it. I think I turn around to Scott and I say, "Well, you're not wearing headphones."
Yes.
So we all
you
have
can't
a
hear,
giggle about that.
you're saying something.
Yeah, I'm saying something like that.
And these guys, but Scott and James aren't.
I think so. Yeah.
is it me? Yeah, it might be.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
Whoever it was, yeah, I remember there's a couple of people not having them.
Yeah, and I think it got to I think it was probably that episode that we went, "Okay, guys, come on, we all need to get
Well,
on
yeah,
this
because
now."
I
think-
think the beginning of the next episode. and we've all got it. We celebrate that everyone's wearing headphones.
That's right. Yeah, well,
because we were plagued with technical issues as well. I seem to remember.
We were,
there were
absolutely,
headphones, and then they just wouldn't work on the day, and we're like,
Yeah.
and someone had I think Scott, you had a really uncomfortable pair as well that day. You were like, I can't wear these, and I was
Several
like, oh, okay,
pairs
cool.
of earphones just sit right in my tubes, in my ears. It's just very intrusive.
Have you ever tried the just a side note? You ever tried like AirPods?
Yeah. Wait, hang on. Which ones are the AirPods?
AirPods are the ones that come with iPhones, so you probably haven't got them because
Don't know what they are, mate. No
You could
idea.
probably, I'm pretty sure you can get a Samsung version.
You
that,
can get
is
versions all over the place.
like
now.
the same style.
A lot of people swear by them. I just don't think they would fit in my ears, man. I've got small ears.
Anything that's got to go inside an orify, not keen on.
No,
Just going to put it out there.
not into that. Fair
I mean,
enough.
I love stuff in my ears.
Horses for courses.
I'm not sure if I love stuff. I love stuff in my ears and my mouth, not up my. Oh, a little bit up my nose.
So the episode,
I can just.
And that's the end of the
I've
episode.
got to say, above Colin appeared a little thought bubble of like, I'm cutting this.
I thought that was really I thought it was really vulnerable there. You were like, well, a little bit on my ass.
I was willing to see how deep this rabbit hole was, to be honest. I was just like, can we go a little bit, maybe a little bit more, but no.
find out how deep rabbit holes are. on
Fair
this
play, man.
conversation.
Yeah. As I say, horses for courses doesn't matter,
This
man.
is the worst version of head, shoulders, knees, and toes ever.
Yes, maybe, not sure.
And then that's it. That's the end of the episode after finding orifices.
There were two. We didn't even touch on the rubbing. Probably best not to.
We did the
do you know
rubbing
what?
as
No,
well.
do you know what?
That's right.
Now, leaving this on the rubbing, it did make me chuckle because I was like, they are somewhere in Velda's bag.
Yeah.
Like still, I'd love to
Rubbings.
make a scrapbook one day of all Velda's nonsense that
Like,
he has to do. He's still got those
I
rubbings.
think we even comment that we sort of fell into a bit of a laddie thing there.
Yeah.
And I feel like. I don't know. Maybe we do. It's hard to tell, but obviously Rachel's in the room, and it felt like we were doing some laddie jokes. But I felt like it was they were good laddie jokes. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it was.
yeah.
So we were
far.
checking ourselves a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think people have noticed this.
Someone
Yeah.
said, I'm pretty sure someone said, along with the comments I got told to me personally, was one of them was like, oh, it's great to hear a female voice. I'm pretty sure someone said to me, you do rein in a bit when there's a lady
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure someone said that to
What
me.
was quite nice is that it was a bit laddie, but at the same time, it was very delicately done, like you say, because by the end of the episode, we're all on board with the rubbing, and it's not actually very lad at all. It's actually quite sweet.
no.
It comes across as being quite sweet. I was just
Delicate
like, oh, that's really
lad.
cute.
Delicate rubbing.
I think
Delicate lad.
Caragor turns around at one point and just
Isn't
goes,
that Phil Collins?
we were laughing because we were referencing that in a different
We're gonna
thing that
need
we
a
recorded.
recall on the
So
recall.
yeah, this doesn't land. That won't land for anyone else.
It's
but
a
us.
recall in a recall, mate.
Oh my god! Yeah. We'll be recalling this one day.
Oh my
Or the Pink
goodness.
Floyd album.
We find a lever and a secret door.
Oh.
M and
Yeah, secret
oh my
doors.
god! What's Rachel's character's name? Zola.
Oh yeah.
We find a secret door and we pull the thing. And that's where we leave for tonight.
Yeah, and she says something amazing at the end of it as well. Oh God, something like, "Oh, what a wonderful cliffhanger at the end."
Oh yeah.
It's just like, oh man.
So
Wonderful
at the start,
cliffhanger.
back at when we did the Zola bit at the start of this episode, she goes, "You guys should release a Christmas album or something like that." She's still never done it yet. But if you want it, put it in the Discord, and we'll have a look at the Patreon.
I mean, Bubba's got that Christmas song in the Patreon episode, isn't
Oh,
he?
yeah,
Which
yeah.
drum? I need to cut that for you because you said you wanted that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll re-record it. I'll put some bells behind it and stuff. It'll be great.
Let's do that. Shout out,
Christmas song.
shout out a couple of art things that happen in this episode
yes.
before we wrap it.
Oh.
Good art and bad art. Good art. First mention on the podcast for Simon Brumat and his amazing character art.
yeah.
on this
Thank
show.
you.
Thank you, Si.
Cheers, Si.
Yeah, I mean, he's our guy. He's
He's
like
our
the guy.
Well,
now, man, yeah.
I
You're
would,
my
without
special guy.
spoiling things, keep an eye out, Dangerlings, because there may be some very exciting art relating to Si's work coming up. But if you ever want character art, Si Monstrous art, on Instagram and on Twitter. Find him. He is amazing. He will do amazing stuff at you. Art that is not amazing. This is the first time Velda realizes his map has gone awry.
I told you. I did call it right at the beginning, and it was like, yeah.
I had so much fun. So Dangerling Candice had a birthday a while after we finished this adventure and said, can you run a game of something for us? And I was like, yes, but it will use Goblin Quest rules, and we'll make it that. So, and she was like, can it be Danger Clubby? So for her birthday, we ran a game where everyone played the priests of Pharasma going into the ossuary to try and secure it, and all I gave them was the map James had drawn. And I had the actual dungeon map, and they had to try and find their way through, and the deaths were in the just dozens.
Yeah, it was great.
It was beautiful. I'll put Velda's map out on the Patreon, and we'll put the actual ossuary map with some annotations out on the Patreon as we go through these, so you can kind of track people through the dungeon and see how the Dangerlings did.
And we'll reshare Simon's art as well, like the ones that he did back in the day, because it's so good. Cool, right. Well, that is episode 38, A Rune with a View, starring Rachel Henley. Well, guest starring Rachel Henley. And with me, my guests, Drumble Baggins.
Word.
Dan to the Thompson.
Word.
James to the Luxhart.
Word.
And Wolfgang Hemingway.
Backwards into the blackness is the only way forwards into the light.
Thank you, Dangerlings. Thank you.
See you later.